Whew. Hello, welcome to the stream. Alright. I assume you can hear me. Here we are. Now, before this, just so I can get used to how the engine is, I did already go ahead and build a 560 SEC. Full performance parts, as much done to it as I can. It's about 900 pound-feet of torque. Pretty solid. If the wheels could have been a little bit wider, but I can't be bothered. Honestly, because the wheels take so much longer to do than they need to in this game. Now I have already gone through. I actually have multiple of these that I haven't restored yet. I've gone through and I've already found all of the cars from junkyards or auctions or whatever. I've got the 500E here, which I was planning on building, but I've also got the SL Pagoda. And then if I go into parking, here we are. I also have there's another 560 SEC. I have the SLS AMG. I have the 300 SL. And I want to say there was one more. I'm not 100% sure. No, because there were 5 in total. Do I not have one of them? Okay. So I know I have the 300 SL. I know I have the Pagoda. I know I have the 560 SEC. I know I have the SLS. And I know I have the W126. Okay, then why is it not here? Alright, 300 SL. I have that. There's the AMG. Okay, no, I have everything. Okay, good. Now I know I don't need to go and grab everything. But just to give a little bit, because I know it is a slightly different engine that's in the 500E, but I'm going to go ahead and give my version of this thing a quick drive just to show you a little bit of how it actually feels. This is arguably the biggest one. It's probably the heaviest, but I've taken the rear bench out. Because it's really the only thing I can do while making it look relatively normal-ish. As much as you can get. Short of like taking off body panels, which I would not want to do. And we're loading into the test track. Here we go. I was actually surprised by the sound when I heard it at first, because normally this game has pretty crappy car sounds. But they actually did decent for this one. doesn't really want to turn considering it's only on race tires. Probably should have put it on slicks, but I wanted to keep that street wall. Oh Christ. Oh, please turn. I had pulled this thing out of a junkyard, but I've fully restored it, but it still doesn't exactly want to turn because it's a big two-door, technically four-seater. Oh Christ, yeah, it gets a lot of wheel spin. 900 pound-feet of torque was probably just a little bit too much, I'm gonna be honest. Alright. Loading back in. If it hits 10 minutes and no one else has joined, I'll just go ahead and call it off and try and record a video, because I finally got a thumb drive. So I can hold off on just waiting to record videos using the excuse that I lost my thumb drive. Because I can't use that anymore because I have one. I guess I'm going to go ahead and start with the exterior teardown. That actually might be a new thing. The parts are different. Oh, interior disassembly mode. The parts are. Oh, hello, welcome to the stream. Anyway, the parts, if you pull a car from the junkyard or the auction, will actually be different colors instead of just missing or rusted. That's the first car that I've seen that on, and as you could tell from my garage, I have quite a few cars. I've already done quite a few builds on this game. Ah, I forgot the steering wheel. There we are. Hit the fender there. Now, I'll jack it up. Alright, there we go. Let's rip that off. I'm actually going to turn down the audio volume on my end. There we go, just a tiny bit quieter. I'll go ahead and grab all the wheels off. Now I might want to do one of these teardowns and rebuilds as a video. So I guess let me know if you are actually seeing this, if you want that to become a thing. Because I very well could do that, if you guys would be entertained. Oh god, it's got a super complicated rear end again. That was one of the huge problems I had when I was working with the 560 SEC. Had ridiculously complicated rear suspension under the car. Alright. Oh, other side. There we go, jack that up. Oh, I should have taken out the cooling stuff first. This is both an engine bay shit. Alright, I'll bring it back down. There we are. Oh, there's a back to it. Okay, radiator fan housing. Let's take that out. I assume it had a radiator fan. Why can't I take that? Oh, there are clips. Oh god. Well, that's going to be sucky to deal with when and if I build the engine. So I guess I'll just go from the brakes out. Oh, so I'm still technically in the engine bay. Take the pads off. The wheel hubcap and the bearing. I'm gonna be honest, I can't remember if I had pulled this from a junkyard or if I got it from an auction. I'm pretty sure I'd got it from an auction. Oh, what's there? Oh, the tie rod. Not the tie rod, the sway bar. The sway bar end leg. Now I can get the shock absorber off. A couple bolts. Get. Oh, it's an inverted outer tie rod. Most of the time I see them going the other way, over the knuckle. I don't know if that's a semi-normal thing and I'm just dumb. Okay, I gotta jack the car up again. No, I'm just gonna go one side at a time. I was gonna say, okay, I'll just start on the other side, but no, I'm gonna go one side at a time. And then get the knuckle off. Now, I doubt there's going to be any oil in this, so I shouldn't have to worry about just ripping the pan off or draining it or whatever I feel like. Take the pad off, cap, take this, hub bearing, hub. Alright. There we go. Now, front end link. Go ahead and rip that off. Now, sway bar I should be able to get off now. Wait, that's not what I wanted. Okay. Okay, I guess we're doing the outer tie rod. Thanks, game. You have the lower suspension arm off. Just so once I have the shock absorber off, I can just rip off the knuckle. Because it's just floating there for a little bit. Now, the sway bar is what I was trying to get. Thank you. We get the tie rod on the steering rack. Now once I got these rubber bushings and the cross member out, that is the front suspension done. Relatively quick teardown, and now the rear is going to take a lot longer. And let me get that just right. Come on. There it is. Take that rubber bushing out. And up that last one. Rip that out, and there we are. There goes the front suspension cross member. Now, kind of feel like taking off the engine, or taking out the engine. Excuse me. So I'll go ahead and get that out. I might as well get the exhaust while I'm at it, because there actually aren't very many pieces. Is that literally it? Wait a minute. No, I'll take the fuel tank out as well, just while I'm back here. Yeah, the exhaust is 2 pieces. There's headers, 1, and then 2 pieces. That's it. Well, that almost makes up for the fact that the rear end is incredibly complicated. Almost. Oh, gotta be in the engine bay for that. Okay. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is actually one of the first cars that I've worked on with ABS as well. Because when I would play this, most of my new cars would be in brand new condition. But I guess these cars did have ABS. So when I was working with the 560 SEC, that was the first time I actually had to go in and buy an ABS pump and module. I'd forgotten about it. It was actually one of the last parts I'd put in. Go grab the engine crane, move equipment to car lifter C? I thought I was using A. Alright then. Alright, I will pull out that engine. If you guys want to, I'm pretty sure I can't engine swap this, can I? No, I cannot. But I guess let me know at least what color you want me to paint it, what wheels you want on, because I do actually have the rims DLC. So partially just to get some messages on my board. I'll show you the wheels. You can get a look at them and let me know what you would actually want to see on the 500E once we're done here. But back to tearing off the rear suspension. After we've got basically everything else done. Oh, can't get the hub yet, gotta get the rear drive axle off. Hub bearing and the hub. There we go. Wheel hub 3. I can get a shock absorber because it's actually not a coilover. So I was a little bit surprised by it first. There goes the cap. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted the spring. Thank you. Spring cap. There we go. Rear end link. Oh, can't get the knuckle housing still because we've got the rear suspension arm. Silvery gold or black? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. My, I'm sorry, my SE... Yeah, why am I having a brain fart? My other AMG, was black, so I kind of want to do this one in like a silvery. That's what I'm thinking. Why can I not... Oh, under the car. Okay, because I'm still technically on the side. So I will jack that up. I'll go ahead, tear off the other side. Brake caliper, brake pads, oh, nope, going too fast. Gotta get the rear drive axle first. Here's the brake disc. Let me get that bearing. There we go. The bearings are always incredibly annoying. There we go. I should look. Oh, a separate bushing for some reason. One of the only cars where I've had to work on short of the cross member where you have to take off the bushing because it's actually separate. I think most of the cars I work on are DLC cars. At least cars that aren't actually DLC that I've bought, cars that were DLC at a point, but then were added in later, like the Mazda DLC. Oh, can't get that. The Mazda. I actually haven't worked on a Jeep yet, surprisingly. Because I am pretty sure you can't engine swap them, and I would have worked on one if you could put in like a V8 or something, because I don't want to work with that crappy little i6. I worked with one on what was supposed to be like a faux F100, and it was, oh, the battery's in the back. Okay, that's weird. Now I'll grab it while I'm there. But point is, I built an inline 6 when I was working on basically an F100 truck, and it did not make a lot of power. I want to say it made like less than 300 or something. So maybe once I'm done with the rear suspension teardown and I make sure everything's off, I'll go ahead and take that just to be sure. Oh, little small rubber bushing. That got me last time. A 560 SEC, that was the name of it. Man, I need to learn up on more old Mercedes, because I love them to death, but I don't know anything about them. But I believe that, no, don't tune parts. I believe that is, yes, that is the entire car torn down. Global parts condition 4%. Ness Carter, thank you for oh, I forgot the front and rear window. Oops. Ness Carter, thank you for joining. You just missed the teardown of the 500E. We were discussing, thank you, that's be cool. Anyway, we were just discussing, what were we talking about? There's something with the i6. Oh, frick, I gotta move a car. Okay, I will move the Pagoda. Move you to the parking. J-Tuner, thank you for joining. Yes, the car is on Lifty Thingy. Lifty Thingy number C. I just said number C. Okay, revoke my English license. Anyway, I was saying how I'd worked on cars that were at least DLC at one point, or DLC that I had bought, and I would have done a Jeep if it would have let me put a V8 or something in it. But I had already worked on an inline 6, which this is the exact engine that it has, but I remember it doesn't make very much power. So I will go ahead and move it to the dyno room if I can. Oh, frick, the 560 is still there. Move the 560 SEC out that I had finished. Love this car. Love to own one day, but they're obscenely expensive. This thing that I had literally pulled from a junkyard, and I know this game is absolutely freaking ridiculous prices for everything car-wise. I had to pay like $100,000 to pull one literally from a junkyard. So there's the 560 SEC. Here's like the faux F100 I named it Gamera. It's big and green and slow. Move car, there it is. Okay. And into the dyno room. At least you guys can't actually hear me, because I'm trying a new method that I had heard online about streaming from a sub account, because my account is not the main one on the PlayStation 4. But while this is going, I'm going to take a sip of my orange Gatorade. That is with as many performance parts as you can get. Not even 250 horsepower, so it's not even worth it. Maybe if I just see one like at an auction or something that's like 5-star condition, and I can literally just drop the engine from this into it and have a tiny bit of fun, I'd give it a shot. But that's really the only way that I would actually want to quote-unquote build one. Into the parking with you. Alright, now back to the matter at hand. Start with the interior cleaning kit. Get this boy all cleaned up. Nice. Oh, seatbelt's in, I think. And where the welder's over here. I always forget where the frickin' welder is. Equipment 2, car lifter C. Use. Oh, that looks so much better. Now I've realized this is clearly black. My 560 SEC was silver, but I made it black. And this 500E is black, but I'm going to make it silver. Weird. Now, I kind of want to skip right to the fun part and build the engine. So, I am going to go ahead and do that. I'll go ahead and sell everything. Boosh. That is a lot of things. Why was a spark plug labeled as a group? A little bit strange, but okay. Why did I... Excuse me, hiccup. Why did I... Oh yeah, I need wheels. But, I'm not going to do that yet. Now, speaking of wheels, you see these. These look like kind of AMG, like monoblocks, right? Yeah, they don't actually look like that. They're way thinner 5-spokes because these are actually the wheels that I had on the 560 SEC. And if you saw those looked nothing like AMG wheels. So, I am thinking about these. So that kind of BBS. Oh my god, there's a black one. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do those. Rim 9A, most likely. Alright, so I know I need an ABS module and an ABS pump, so I might as well grab that. I assume there is an yes, there is an air filter base for the M119. Air filter cover for the M119. There we go. It's gonna need a massive air filter. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Oh, that's not that big. Surprisingly. I will be honest. Okay. So let's pass all the air filter stuff. I'm going to be sure I don't need any of these. I'm going to grab a few belt tensioners just in case, and a battery. I don't know why that's in the engine category, but I know I'll need it. Let's see if there is a cam gear for the M119, which there is not. Oh, okay, there's cam gear C, cam gear B. Now, where's cam gear? There's cam gear A. Now, the one in the SEC was a single overhead cam. So I assume I'll only need 2 of each of those. I'll get a few camshaft bearings. Probably gonna need some camshaft caps. Yep. Just gonna get 10 of them. This is my go-to. Just grab 10 of everything. 8 of each, just to be safe. So that's what a lot of this game is. Once you get used to it, you've got to be safe. With a lot of things, get a lot more than you'll think you'll need. I don't even... Yo, I'm gonna need some crankshaft bearing caps. Most of the time, what I learned with working with the other one is... if it's not a specific thing for the engine itself, it'll always be a V8 overhead valve. Which is weird because it's not even an overhead valve engine. There's the V8 M119, which is actually a 60-degree V8 compared to the old one, which is a 90-degree, I believe. I have no clue what engine that goes to, but thank God I don't have to get orange valve covers. Thing is, it's probably an entirely orange engine, and I do not want that. Oh god, white engine head covers. I assume I'll need 2. And there's engine head cover B. You know what, I probably don't need 2, but I will anyway. I don't need any of those. So I can get performance parts for all of that. Fuel tank I do need. So, my phone just went off, whatever. 5 of each. Alright. Oh, ignition coil covers. Okay. Does that mean it has a weird ignition coil? Oh no. I'm not sure. Uh-oh. Alright, whatever. I guess we will see. Now, intake manifold, I know... Oh, that's for the SLS engine, actually. Now, there is the intake for the M119, but there might be a performance version. I can't remember if there's a performance version, or if there was one for the M117. It's a slightly older variant. What in the world is the... Oh! Okay, I bet the M186 is for the Pagoda, and the M130 is probably just for the SL, the Gullwing. That's it, Gullwing. A V8 overhead valve. Now, I want to say it had a special oil pan. Yep, M119. There we are. I did not ignore a reservoir. I do need 8 of these boys. Do need a radiator A with a radiator fan housing. Unless that was a B. I know it doesn't have rocker arms, thank God. That's only for the Mercedes inline 6 engines. And I'm going to need a fair few rod caps. Let's see here. Now, okay, so it looks like I'm going to need some serpentine belts next, I think. To take a drink there. Alright. Now here's the serpentine belt for the M119, first one at least. The serpentine belt B, probably gonna need one of these. And here's the other one for the M119. Not gonna need a spark plug because I know I've got nicer ones. We'll need a V8 starter. Throttle, I'm pretty sure I can get a performance version of, but I will buy one just in case I can't. Let's look at the timing chain. I might... Is there one for the M119? There is not, but I'm going to grab one of those just in case. Oh wait, no, nope, that's the other one. That's the M1... I don't know, I guess we'll just have to wait and see if it's going to need some sort of weird timing belt or timing chain or whatever. If it'll just use the one for the M117. Okay, so there's timing shoe. So that I know I can get. Timing shoe B for the 119. Alright, now timing covers. It's just where you're hiding all the cool bits. There's timing cover A for the M119. Where is timing cover B? There it is. That is strange. Okay then. Now, I don't need any valve push rods, thank God. I don't think I need... Oh, I'll probably need a water pump. Will I? I'll get the V8 overhead valve. No, wait, this one for the M119. Perfect. And a water pump pulley. Just in case. And now, we get to the power boost stuff. Here it is for the M119, the air filter, great. Alternator, because I know it has those alternators. And no, there's the M119 camshaft. Alright. Now, I know it's... Wait, was it carbureted? No, I want to say it wasn't. Oh, no, I don't remember. Okay, so clutch plate and pressure plate. I need those. I guess we'll find out once again. Jeez, why am I just now noticing giving me random ads for body soap? Oh my god. My videos aren't getting ads, are they? I assume it's just like an ad off to the side. There's no way my videos are getting ads. Why the hell would anyone want to advertise on this bullshit? There is the second head for the M119. There we are. Now, I want to say to just use V8 overhead valve manifolds, because that is what the first V8 used, is the flywheel. And just to be sure there is not one for the V8 M119. That's all the exhaust stuff, which I don't need. I do need both a fuel filter and a fuel pump, though. Alright, now the fuel rails, I don't think I need. Oh wait, no, yes I do. V8 M119, perfect. Okay. Now, in case I need ignition coils, there we go, because this game is weird sometimes. Ignition distributor, distributor cap, and the rotor. Ignition distributor gives you, in total, gives you like a shocking amount of percentage of power gain. It's a little crazy. Might use those, not sure. I guess we'll see. Now, intake manifold. There is one for the M119. Great. God, I wish this is the one for the SLS engine. The M159. God, I wish I could use that. Those independent throttle bodies look gorgeous. I'd buy one and like hang it up on my wall. Hang it up on my wall. That is amazing. I love that. Now, and that's all that. I'll need the pistons. Thank you. Power steering pump. I'll probably need. I'll get the V8 because I mean it is a V8. I know I had to special. I'll do all the exhaust stuff later because I can't worry about that right now. Spark plugs I do need, and I know I need 8 of them because it's a single spark. There's the V8 M119 throttle, but I will buy 2 just in case for whatever reason. And there we go. So you know, that is the teardown done. So I guess I'll go ahead and save the rest of it for the next stream, whenever that is. Thank you guys for coming around, and I will see you in the next video once I find out how to turn this thing off.